There can be only one podcast, and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I am Real Wes.
Real Wes.
Yes.
Not fake.
Not AI Wes.
Not AI Wes. AI is the topic today. We've talked about a lot of things on this one. We talked about digital media, and the conversation, I guess, could have gone into AI for a bit, but didn't. And I'm glad it didn't, because now I want to talk about it. This is the subject of a lot of different conversations concerning AI. And we're going to break them all down. Now, we have not talked about the subject. Famously,
not at all.
We never talk about the subject until we start the podcast, just so we can keep it rich. But there's several different types of AI. The three that I can kind of wrap my head around is one, you ask the bot, the ChatGPT, what to do, and it prints out and does it and whatnot. Have you used that one?
No.
No AI for that. This is something that I probably utilize the most out of any AI product. We're encouraged to use it at work a lot now. We have our own internal one at work. I trained a bunch of people on how they can use it as a tool. I am the tech savvy one in the group, well, the AI one. I've taken a few certification classes in it. I've been interested in how it works and how to make it work best, because you can pound on calculator keys all day long, but you want to get the formula right, you got to punch in the right numbers. If you want to get AI right, you got to be very specific as you can be, to get the better product. And it's not going to be a flawless product, let me tell you that. First off, AI in general, does it scare you, intimidate you? You kind of shrug it off? You don't think it's that much? Flash in the pan?
I don't think it...
What's your feelings for AI?
I don't think it's a flash in the pan. I think it is like a lot of technology in the past 20 years. It will do remarkable things positively, and it will do remarkable things negatively.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Two-edged sword, so to speak.
Absolutely. With most things, but I think it's almost like it's
the internet.
It's like taking the newest drug for weight loss. Like I take Mounjaro, and there's a lot of concern over, well, what is that going to do to me in 5 years? What is that going to do to me in 5 months? We don't really know. We think we know, but we don't officially know. And I think that's how I look at AI. Like, yeah, it can do a lot of great things, but where will it leave us?
Okay. I so far have enjoyed it. Technology has been coming to this point. Now it has been being used a lot, but now it's kind of really out there in the public, right? And you see a lot of people working on this, and it's become a problem to a lot of professions. One mainly, again, you got to go back to the school days. My brother, English teacher, how do you know when someone had a paper written through AI or not? And that's easy. Now in schools, they have them write a short paper for one class period just to gauge their talent level. And so next time when they put in the report, they can compare and contrast. They know that there's going to be some improvement, but not AI improvement. And that's how my brother can easily spot an AI. I think it's one of the smartest things to combat AI from them cheating on AI. But at the same time, it is true. I remember in math, when I was a kid, I thought, why is this important? We have calculators now. Why do I have to memorize the multiplication tables? We have computers now. I have a watch calculator right now. Mm-hmm. Technology has already surpassed me having to memorize these formulas.
Correct.
Now, however, there's rhyme or reason for that too. That's math. But we have tools that do that. We don't need to go out there and harvest cotton anymore. We have a cotton harvester. We don't have to harvest fruit. There's machines that can do that now. A lot of different crops.
One day we won't have podcast.
Might not have podcasts. Who knows? Who knows if this is just AI right now?
So on Spotify this year, when they do your wraparound for your year, they do like a mini AI podcast about your listening.
Shut up.
And I listened to mine. It was pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, and you showed a new change in June when you listened to Britney Spears' Womanizer 16 times or whatever.
Did you know?
I don't know if I listened to it 16 times. But anyway, it was very interesting to hear that. And I thought, God.
For me too.
Well, I do like Britney Spears.
Okay.
So anyway, what were we talking about now?
I don't know. You had me at womanizer. So go ahead, womanizer, womanizer.
So it was interesting hearing that and thinking, what is this going to be like in 2 more years? Because that they didn't have that last year that I remember.
Right.
So what is that? What is that going to look like? Because who cares what I listen to?
And algorithms aren't a bad. Your phone's listening to you. Your laptop's listening to you. They're following every. Yes, and you know what they're doing with that algorithm? They're giving you crap that you want. They're giving you. They're suggesting music that they think you like. They're not They're not being pushy car salesmen about it. You can always just say no thanks, which is what I do most times.
I had this talk with Caitlin today about she was saying, why do I keep getting these pop-up ads about all of this stuff? I'm like, Caitlin, that's your pop-up ads. I'm not getting that stuff. Like, this is you. You are making all of this.
You make those choices. You say, we were talking about something at work. Your phone's always listening to you. And when I popped up, I said, shut up. Look what a commercial popped up just now. And I've never shopped on Temu in my life, but we had a Temu conversation about, would you ever buy on there? I've never bought on there. Do you think that stuff's any good? I mean, it's just listening to a bunch of slinging crap, but it's really cheap. But some of it has to be good, right? Or else it wouldn't be so big. And did you hear that Amazon's going up against Temu in their own little, and we just, regular chatter. And then suddenly, Temu ad. Why not? Temu heard its name. I said Beetlejuice 3 times, and they appeared.
I think there is room for concern, but I think that is everything with life.
Yeah. There's always going to be risk and reward on certain things.
Take the good with the bad. Don't get too wrapped up, and
But I've used it for organizational skills. I've used AI. I used ChatGPT just the other day. I do a Stratomatic season where I play a Stratomatic game. I put myself on a team and all my friends on teams. You are also in this. You've been on it for decades now. On your own team, and I play through a season with all my friends. It started when my dad wouldn't buy us the new pack or set of Stratomatic cards because they were getting too expensive. And I said, but Dad, what are we going to do? This guy doesn't play for the Braves anymore. He plays for the Yankees. So Dad he said, give me a pen, scratched out Braves, wrote Yankees over it, smart bud. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, what about rookies? And Dad goes, okay. And he went and grabbed some index cards, which is the same size as a Stratomatic card, looked up the rookie, said, give me his baseball card. And of course I had my let's say Chipper Jones card. He brought Chipper to me, looked on the back, looked at his average, looked through the stack, saw someone with the exact, close to the home runs, close to the batting average, and copied that card down. And boom, Chipper was born. And I went, wait, you can do that with anyone? And my dad's like, yeah. He said, I used to do it all the time. My dad never bought me new versions of Stratomatic. And I went, oh. And so that's when I started playing for the New York Mets, first base. I made my own card. Home runs all across that sucker too. But after that, I liked that idea, and so I started making everyone teams. I know. Anyway, so it's my little thing I like to do. But I got...
So this is your Womanizer coming out.
There you go. And I like to play Womanizer as I'm putting the game together. But anyway, I had AI design my baseball schedule for me because I got tired of writing out the schedule every year and trying to figure out which teams have played which teams before. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I can just go through here now. So it's made my life easier in that aspect. Now, whatever you put in there, AI is going to memorize for the next time you come, right? Because they know who you are. They're trying to get to know you. So it's how much information you're willing to share. Can they do your taxes? Yes. Do you want to really give them that much information? Probably not. But, they're, like you said, the good and the bad.
Right.
Now, when it comes to images, there's been a big discussion. They're taking money away from artists. And here's the problem with AI images. If someone can't spot one, it's either got to be really good or that person's really dumb. Because I think I'm pretty good at spotting an AI image. They seem off.
I
They're
definitely
pretty, but
believe
off.
that there are a lot of dumb people out there.
There are a lot of dumb people out there. But the average person, a lot of us, we can look at that image and no, that's my brother was looking. He paid someone to draw an image for one of his books, a cover for one of his books, and they sent him back something. He went, "That's great, but next time when you do the AI," he said, "make sure it doesn't put a giant bubble around the cauldron," because the guy said bubble and cauldron, and there was a big giant bubble on top of the cauldron. And
so that's back to you saying being specific.
You have to be more specific. But my brother instantly saw it as an AI image, and because he can tell. He said, I could also tell other things too. He said, but this guy, I'm trying to pay him. I'm paying him small bucks, but he's using AI. And I'm like, well, I could use AI too. But if you're going to go ahead and use it, then make sure, because he also knows there's an AI artist who can be very specific. And because you tell what you want it to copy, what style, what art style, if you know what art style, what artist, what error, what, as specific as you can be. Like I designed one for our annual flag football game. And I couldn't get, it was called the Santa Ball. I couldn't get Santa to look exactly how I wanted him, on grim and serious. And I went, well, like a Norman Rockwell painting from the 50s. I want a Norman Rockwell Santa, but I want him looking meaner and playing football. And I got almost the perfect image, as perfect as I think I was going to get for it. And I really liked it. But when I showed it off to everyone, they went, it's AI, right? Yeah, you knew. Even though it looked pretty darn good. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
Well, I think that what you were talking about, images and things, and this is maybe a bit of a stretch, but I think a lot of that is us projecting what we want things to be, like a fake reality. Like I think that we've all become accustomed to seeing the airbrush pictures of people on social media.
Yeah.
And like I can look at that now, but I can remember, and Heath Futch can definitely, when he had two good eyes, if you look at old Playboys, that is all airbrushed. But I didn't see it as airbrushed at that point. It's all AI.
Okay, two different lifestyles growing up, but now I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, you can.
That's interesting because it was
get
fake.
A Playboy from 1996 and go. If the pages are easy to turn, you can look and say, "Hey, this really is kind of fake."
Airbrushed, yeah. But even pictures like fast food pictures have been fake for years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even edible food that they're picturing for you. It's
art.
Paint. It's art.
Yeah.
It's all been fake to make it look or they sprayed hairspray on it so it would all stay together. It's not that those burgers you see are never edible. They're just designed to look really good, but it is fake or it's touched up. Everything's always so touch-ups have existed for quite some time, but you hear artists going, "Oh, they're taking away our jobs." Not really, because I think that.
Well, you said
some companies will save a quick buck. Yeah. Netflix got busted using AI art on one of their new shows, but
Well, you have been very open and honest about, like, I remember when we talked about the writer's strike and stuff, and you were like, well, good, because if you write better stuff, this will not happen. And I think that kind of happened with the music business. Music died out in selling music in a conventional method, and it is now just streaming and stuff. And a lot of artists are very, and I can understand it, they were used to a way of making money and they got taken away from them. But if you make a CD that has 12 songs on it and 3 are good and 9 are not, that is a business model that is going to fail.
You put filler music on the CD anywhere. I'll get to music in just a minute.
Okay.
I am going to talk about music.
We'll pause.
But with artwork, you talk about, did you see the comic book that AI created? Some superhero comic book. Because I think DC, tried it out once.
No.
Didn't look so good. Bear's like going, oh my gosh, it drew a comic book. Okay, yeah, but it's not, the creativity, the creative side will not be there.
Yeah, you can look at comics and go, man, and we've been in it too long, and we sound like old men talking about it, but it is definitely does not feel as unique as it used to.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Now, a good artist also needs a good writer. You need both. You can't just have flashy art. Flashy art gives you your Fathom, your what was a
Image
Witchblade,
comics.
your what yeah, it gets you. But if you don't have the story, then it loses. Then those first couple of issues just die out because it's like, okay, I don't understand what's going on here.
Right.
I see pretty ladies, I see cool looking dudes, but I don't see a story, so now I'm out.
Right.
So you need to really have the best of both worlds in that thing. And I don't know if AI can it write a short story? Can it write a book? Yeah. Will it be good? Probably not. I feel like and people who try to cut corners. I've seen people go, you know what? Did you hear about? There's some movie that came out that they were so excited they had a secret to tell everyone, but then they ended up not telling anyone because everyone kind of guessed already. Went, did AI write this script? Because it seems very flat and generic and uninspired. And they're, oh, because they were going to be so excited to tell everyone
You
AI
should say all
created
that
it.
in Benjamin's voice.
Oh no, I cannot. But you know what I mean though.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing. It is a neat toy. It is something people can use and use sparingly. I don't think it's going to make anyone go out of
I
business
still
or go
think
hungry.
it's years away from is this real? Is this Memorex, an old joke from back in the day?
But let's go to music.
Okay.
Let's shift gears into music since you brought that up, because I am currently hearing other musicians, teachers of musicians, people who just do it on the side, but they're mad at AI because AI is not art. It's not music. Well, in a way, it is some type of art. May not be one that you appreciate. May not be one that any hack can, grab a pen and a pencil. But if they're going to make something really nice, then they must know about music too. To create something through AI, because remember, it's as specific as you can be that you can create something. But when we all had the little Casio whatever keyboard, and you could have it play some tunes where you could play along with it,
you
that
jump in.
wasn't you doing the whole beat together or
Right.
mixing things. We've been using other things to just improve your skill. Oh, but you're using a synthesizer for your voice when that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's come and gone. That's still around today. Auto-tune. Auto-tune's still
Oh,
around
yeah,
today.
for sure.
But yet, I didn't see it take food out of any musician's mouth.
Yeah, I think what it does is, at least from that standpoint, it seems like it makes talented people be able to stay on top a little longer, and it takes untalented people passable. So that's where it kind of does.
But even if those untalented people, if they've got the look, the moves, the demeanor, maybe they're writing the songs and they just didn't have the talent to sing it, and now they do.
If somebody's buying it, you got to
Yeah.
deal with it. It may not be for you, but
They made there's certain music, there's certain people who just aren't for me, but dadgum, they make tons of money what they're doing, so do what you do.
yeah, and you can tell, you can say that's not real music. You hear that to this day. Like
You always hear that,
If somebody's not picking up a guitar or that's not real. And that's true, but there is an audience for it. Is it the future? Probably not, because in 10 years someone's going to play what they heard 100 years ago. again.
It just goes back to the 80s. This person makes great mixtapes. Really? Okay, so they do well at mixing other people's music.
Right.
Yeah, but they do, and people were famous for that.
Right.
Yeah, but what were they doing? So this has kind of always kind of been around, and it seems like everyone's knee-jerk reaction going, this is a threat. We must look at this
I think it's just more accessible.
with pitchforks and spears and going, stay
That's
back.
what we have, where
But-
the accessibility is for everyone now. It's like everyone has an opinion, everyone can do this. So it does get cheap because you have a lot of people that maybe are not as skilled doing it.
I am not skilled. I did try a hand at AI music, and it sounded terrible.
Okay.
I tried to be specific, but I'm not a music guy, so I'm probably way off. I'm definitely missing a lot of specifications I could put in there.
Yeah.
But I tried it because everything has I think even YouTube has a free AI. I don't remember where I went, but it was for a video. I said, well, maybe I can create my own AI music because I'm interested in seeing what I can do, but Obviously, that's not my forte. And I remember there was someone saying, now listen to this. Listen to this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? A violin would never make that music. It would never make that sound. But yet here it does. That's so weird. Okay, so you don't like it. You don't appreciate someone's accumulation because they had one violin that was off.
Right.
Or one oboe that didn't make the right sound it should have.
So
it changed its tempo.
So your question was, is this the future? I definitely think it's a version of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take I don't think it's going to take musicians' jobs, though. I really don't. Oh, but people are going to start using
South
this,
Park
and they're not.
episode where the joke of the South Park episode is no one can do real work.
No, I've seen that one. That was the Kathleen Kennedy one, right?
Yeah.
Where the plumber is like the.
Yeah.
I love that because it's so
That's
true.
what. Yeah, that's basically AI.
The plumber, the carpenter, the bricklayer, the people you used to laugh at, go, you don't want to be them. That's why you want to go to school.
Right.
No, we should have been them.
Correct.
Because then I would be making six figures. That's no lie.
Yeah, there's a skill to work.
Do you want to be a doctor or an AC repairman? You make the same income either way. Okay, you're just going to be working outside. It's going to be a little uncomfortable for you to work, but you're definitely going to get your money's worth for it.
And when
Definitely
people need you, they need you, as evidenced by your 2 years.
Do you want to deal with stupid people all day and work with them? McDonald's pays tons of money for managers. I would never want to be one, but they do. Driving a diesel truck, starting out, you're guaranteed more money than I am with no experience. I mean, most of our money, and the experienced ones make both of us put together. Driving the dude, his name is Gary. He's older than us.
Who's from Gary, Indiana.
He's from Gary, Indiana, and doesn't know nothing but, Taylor Swift and Garth Brooks, and that's all he's listening to all day long in his truck.
I may know Gary.
But he's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
But you're right about that. You're absolutely right. Trades and stuff like that are the world's kind of different now.
Yep.
And the world will continue to change. The other one.
I think technology eats technology. It's basically what AI is.
True. Yeah. Someone may come along, and this will be a thing. I think it's going to be something everyone's going to have, everyone's going to use, just like calculators and everything else. And there's going to be something new that comes along. Well, what is it? I don't know.
And that's why a kid
but no
is
one
gonna
imagined AI.
Put a cell phone in a tape deck from a car from 1985 because they think that's where the cell phone goes.
Or they're going to make the world's first DeLorean. They are going to go back to the future.
Or that.
Who knows? The other one is about movies. Using someone's, and they've already done this a little bit, using some AI generated people, and it looks awkward. A lot of times not as good. CGI is still not there completely, but getting someone's voice, bringing back dead actors, and putting them on the screen.
I think it's like most, you have to suspend belief. And your enjoyment is based off of your ability to check out.
Yeah, and as long as the actor or the actress, family, if they're deceased, is okay with it,
many milligrams
then I'm
of
okay.
gummies are.
That's true too. But like I said, I don't mind that. I don't mind years. Would I love to see a young Indiana Jones adventure again? Yes. It's not going to look the same right now. The technology is not there. But years down the road, if they can make something similar to that, I wouldn't mind.
I think that I think that if we're going to bring this back to Star Wars or something, I think that a lot of people, myself included, was very much a payoff of Mandalorian Season 2 and the digitizing of Mark Hamill and saying, hey,
little things like that, yeah.
This is what Mike could have been. This is the Christmas present I didn't get, in 1987 or whatever. But as an overall production, I don't think that's sustainable by any means, except for like kids that want to watch Polar Express or something like that.
True. Or for those little moments like you talked about.
Yeah.
If you want to have a younger cameo or something like that, and you can pull it off believable, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Things like that would be fun.
I don't need a whole bakery of it, but maybe one chocolate cake.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Maybe one chocolate cake, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's just another thing that AI can do.
Yeah.
I don't think AI is taking over the world. I don't think it's going to turn on humans. I've seen Terminator several times. I just I don't think I got to be John Connor or anything over this. I see people are mad at AI. It's an interesting conversation. Depends on who you ask. A lot of people love it. A lot
I think
of people
it's
hate
very
it.
threatening if you were in the tech world. And I think that it's threatening if you do something that, as Dusty Rhodes would say, a computer took your job, Jack.
Yeah, and it can be used for bad too. I mean, now anyone can copy your voice, make a. We got some technology at work. It can create an avatar, a human being, that looks real. You can get the upgrade version, take a picture of yourself, and it will make you real. And then you just
real.
type in. You type in, and it says what you want it to say. I can even make the AI caricature shrug, blink, get their eyes open. I can even have it do a few features too as it's talking. And I know how to make it pause, how to make it, ask in a questionable manner. I can change its accent, its not tone and stuff. We can say, and it's just incredible to me how lifelike we've gotten some of these, because we were showing a few of our videos off and showing how lifelike these people are, because we're going to put them in training videos, and they look really good. Some of them look really good. Like some you may not be able to tell. And so that's AI just keeps moving along, in those ways. And again, that could be very dangerous too, because what if later on I did make a video of my boss spouting out nasty things, or like the principal who was caught on the phone saying all this racist stuff, but it turned out it was an AI generated voice made to sound like the principal on a phone call
goodness.
saying racist things.
I missed that part of the news.
Yeah, and then it turned out it wasn't him at all, but everyone thought it was because it sounded just like him. So that type of thing is the evil part of it. That's the evil part of it, because people are just like the internet. It's a great invention, but it's also been a part of some nasty stuff that's been, that's also happened.
But not this podcast.
Not this podcast. No, we'll always be real. We won't be replaced by AI people. Of course, if the technology got there enough, then yeah, go ahead, AI, Matt and Wes.
You boneheads.
You keep going. But then if that's the case, then I also want to train an AI bot to put in every comment, what is this podcast about? That's what they have to put into every one. Like, what is this podcast about? And you have a bunch of AI. That's the other thing. The automatic. There's fake reviews out there from bots and stuff, and people who can pull up your numbers by getting. So a lot of the information we're looking at, it's going to be hard to determine real and fake.
There's a lot of YouTube videos talking about like people that are mad at other people for buying subscribers.
Yeah, buying subscribers or buying. There's a service that will push you up the algorithm by just having bots sign in and watch a bunch of your videos.
Yeah.
Thereby fooling YouTube into thinking, oh, this guy's on the rise. But you have to pay these people money, and then they'll put their little program, they'll run their little program and zoom your channel up to the top. Oh, that's cheap. Same thing about an Amazon product or whatnot. My brother has to get X amount of sold at the very opening off the gate. So if we'll go ahead and just purchase this free short story, not pay the money because he gave us $1 credit, then that way it'll ramp up his things and make it suggested, recommended for more people. There's a way to play the game.
You got to work the system.
You got to work the system, and it's always been like that.
It's kind of like, can you use these two coupons that you got in two different areas that are two different colors? Can these two coupons combine for an extra discount that does not exist?
Or can I get two of the same? Or what if I had a third color? What if I wanted to mix the red and yellow? Okay, but
what if I forgot these coupons but took a picture with my phone, but I had my mother's phone?
And then I could get the green one because it was in my car, but I'm too lazy to go get it. Could I combine it then?
That's not AI. That is society.
That is society. It won't improve society.
It will not.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of people say this too. Is Gen Alpha? This is the young. These are my kids. They're Gen Alphas. I found out. So I'm what, 4 generations removed of them. Wow, that's great. But Grandpa here, are they in trouble? Because everyone says, oh, because now kids grew up. This next generation has grown up with a phone in their hand, whereas millennial or Gen Zers had to wait a while before they got their phones and tablets.
I think no, but
I
I
say
would
no
not want to swap generations either.
I'm so happy with my generation. It's ridiculous. I
Kind
would
of like
never
I am
swap with
happy
anyone.
with 2024. I'm just a happy guy.
You are a happy guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, folks, let us know what you think about AI. Yay, nay, do you use it? Do you not? Why not? Just because I like it, but we also see the dangers of it. Doesn't mean it's true, but what do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. And we'll see you next time on Princes of the Universe.